Now I'm going to let you into a little secret, and this is just going to be our delicious little secret. Don't get telling anybody else, because this is probably the first time I'm going to mention this, and I want you to keep it under your hats. So mum's the word. But basically, the movement in Black Ops 3 and the movement in Advanced Warfare is not to my taste. I hate it. It's one of the... Oh, I have mentioned it. I didn't realise I'd mentioned it many times before. But yeah, I can't stand the movement. You guys know that. I've talked about it enough, so I don't really need to talk about it again. But the thing is with Advanced Warfare was I came away from the game and I left it. I left it where it was because it wasn't for me. And if something's not to your liking, if something's not to your taste, or you find it too frustrating, you just put it down and walk away and go to something else. That's the golden rule. So, as far as I'm concerned, even though I'm very much boots on the ground, and if you look at a lot of my gameplays, you won't really see me jumping about too much and wall running, only when needed, I suppose. You know, I don't use it like some people do. I've just had to sort of accept it and embrace it and face the fact that if I'm going to sit and play this game, I need to expect that it's going to be done to me, and I probably need to sometimes do it back. And it's like the worst thing. I don't know if anybody else does this, but it's like when I turn a corner, because I'm so used to playing Call of Duty boots on the ground, as I say, when I turn a corner, I sort of half expect to maybe see somebody jumping through the air, but, you know, I expect to see somebody round that corner, or at worst lying on the floor, you know, or approaching me, maybe single file or 2 or 3 at a time, and I think I'm going to deal with this in the best way that, you know, that I know how. And when somebody jumps over my head and I see him just fly out of sight over my head, does anybody else get into that panic where, you know, you turn around like a crazed maniac with an automatic weapon and just start spraying in every direction, going, where did he go? Where did he go? I've lost him. He's gone. Only for him to maybe jump on another wall and run along and just completely confuse you. Because that's the one thing about this game is, like I say, you have to learn to adapt, and it's quite confusing for me because in other Call of Duties I like to have high sensitivity. Like Black Ops 2, my sensitivity was about 8, 9 maybe, whereas on this, you know, you've got sort of alternate sensitivities, which is your vertical and your horizontal. Unfortunately, I have to have both of those quite low because the hit detection's so shit. Every bullet has to be on point, and even when they are, sometimes you still lose those gunfights, so that's why I have low sensitivity. Yet when somebody flies over my head, because my sensitivity is so low, I almost have that difficulty in turning, like somebody's holding my jumper and saying, no, you will not turn, you will stay facing me and look me in the whites of my eyes, you're not going anywhere. And yeah, they sort of disappear out of sight, and you do this thing where you jump in the air and you spin and think, I've lost him, he's gone, I'm dead, I know I'm dead, I don't know what's going to happen, but I've lost this gunfight one way or another. Oh, it's a knife fight because he stabbed me. Now, bearing in mind you've got all these tools to your advantage, you've got wall running, you've got boost jumping, you've got sliding, you've got slide boosting, jumping, wall running, slidey boosty motion, I don't know, all these different things. Some people use them to their advantage, but some people use them to the point where it's almost nauseous. I mentioned that my kind of worst player to play against is somebody who doesn't stay on the ground. I find it quite awkward in the sense that I'm an old dog, you know, I like man-on-man gunfights and I don't like aerial shit. But some guys use it to the point where it's like, wow, you know, there was a guy I was playing against the other day and his name was I Love My Scuff. And I think he did literally love his scuff. I think he loved his scuff to the point where he named it, married it, and had little tiny baby scuff children with it, because he would not stay on the ground one bit. Every time you saw him, he would jump shot you, and it was insane. But if you want to play the game, you have to embrace that that is what you got to do. If you don't like doing it, then don't play the game. Now that said, I still struggle to comprehend how people stay lying on the fucking ground or sitting in a corner or in a bush, or, you know, these amazing maps that they've given us with this intricate detail that some guy sat in a room and says, we'll put a bush there and we'll put a river there and we'll put this here and that there, and everything looks amazing and foraged and foliaged and other words that end in idged, and it looks fantastic, not thinking that maybe some bastard with an LMG is going to sit in that bush and not move and wait for you to unfortunately walk past and become trapped in his web of deceit. Because let's be honest, with the pace that this game moves at and the speed that everything moves at, you almost come to the point where you do expect to see people aerial. You know, if they're not on the ground running at you, then you think there's probably going to be somebody jumping over this bridge, and I need to be prepared for that. And unfortunately, you do run past the people who are camping. You know, the idea of somebody camping in this game is almost null and void. And maybe that's why they do it. They do it to catch you out because it's probably the best form of attack. It's actually just sitting there like a twat, waiting to, I don't know, I suppose it is surprise because you get killed by a guy sitting in a bush or hiding on a top of a tank and you go, wow, that surprised me. I didn't expect that. I really hope that this guy's PS4 breaks tonight. Preferably with his father walking in the room and seeing how untidy his bedroom is and breaking it over his fucking head. Yeah, that's what I want to happen. But I just don't get how people still camp. What fun are they getting out of this? All the tools given to them to jump and move and climb and wall run, and they sit and they wait. My goodness me. It's like, I don't know, somebody going to the beach for a day out, and as they walk on the beach with their, I don't know, those flappy paddle things on their feet, somebody comes home and goes, "Hey, are you going in the sea?" And they say, "Yeah." And they go, "No, don't go in like that with your snorkel and your flippy things. Here, I'm giving you a speedboat and a jet ski, and I'm giving you water skis, and I'm giving you a dinghy, and I'm giving you a shark's fin so that you can go underwater and trick all the people on the beach." And I'm going to go, "Oh my God, there's a shark coming towards me. Everybody evacuate the beach," and cause a big panic. And then you can jump up and say, "No, it's me with the shark's fin." And they can go, "Oh, the mirth. What a hilarious jape as I shit my pants in the water. I'm giving you all these things for free. Go out and enjoy them." And then you just leave them on the beach, walk out in the water, and fucking sort of go out to your shoulder height till you're standing up and just splash. Just splashing the water at people. Ooh, splash, splashy, splashy. Let's have a game of splashy, splashy. But you've got jet skis. You've got all these great things. The shark's fin. Remember the tail of the shark's fin, what you can do? No, I want to splash. Wankers. Not the guy in the beach, because he's probably scared of water. Too deep, I don't know. But yeah, I just can't believe people still camp. But they do, because this is COD. Much love. Apocalypse done.